When Luka Doncic was just 18 years old, he got a car for his birthday. And like most teenagers, he was thrilled. I mean, who wouldn't be ecstatic to get the Serbian Zastava 750, which stands at just 4 feet 7 inches tall? Luka does know he's 6'7", right? He's got a solid 2 feet on this thing. But this was before all of the fame, all of the glamour. Luka was a star playing basketball in Real Madrid, but he hadn't hit the global market like he would in the NBA. The car at the time cost a whopping $11,000, a number that would soon become pocket change to the young guard. Because nowadays, Doncic has turned his life into one of luxury. After signing a contract extension in 2022, the Mavericks are set to pay Luka $215 million over the next 5 years. That equates to an average salary of $43 million a year. That's basically $500,000 every single game, $10,924 every minute of every game, or for convenience's sake, $11,000. The price of his tiny 4-foot car coming every 60 seconds while he's on the court. What a life. So since all this money has started rolling in, how's he spending it? Well, that's what we're here to dissect. There are bright flashes of wealth along with some more under-the-radar business adventures that will start to bring in funds outside of the arena. So duck your head as we hop into the Zastava, and let's begin. And since we keep bringing up one of Luka's first cars, we better start there, because he has had some massive upgrades in how he gets around Dallas. One of his current favorite rides is an electric blue Porsche Panamera. The electricity doesn't just end at the color, as the hybrid car can bolt up to 60 miles per hour in just 4.2 seconds. The base price for one of these, $109 grand. But we think it's safe to say Luka surely paid for some modifications as well. It's just a matter of who picked the car to match the Mavs colors. Luka or Cuban? And just to further prove that Luka is no stranger to modded cars, check out his Porsche 911 Turbo S. Luka's love for Porsche started way back when he was just a kid, with this specific model being a long-time dream to own. And Doncic was quick to open his wallet to get all the necessary modifications he would need. This may have been a dream as a kid, but that doesn't mean he needed to be as cramped as he was in his last car as a kid. Modifications for stretched out chairs to make room for his long legs were first on the list, followed by black carbon racing rims, a customized interior, and a high-class exhaust system from a Slovenian exhaust building company. All in all, with a base price of $216,000, Luka went all out for this one. But before we move on, let's quickly acknowledge the young superstar's Porsche obsession, because it doesn't end here. Luka also owns a pitch black Porsche Panamera as well that you can see him darting around in Texas. Next up, we have his Audi A7 that he got back in 2017, the same year as his 18th birthday. Luka, was your parents' gift of a beautifully compact car not enough? Clearly, the Euro money plus wide acceptance that he would soon be in the NBA started to burn a hole in the young player's pocket. So he went out and got himself an $85,000 car. The red Zastava wannabe boasted a combination of both luxury and sport. A perfect way to describe Luka's next way of life. Okay, if cars aren't your thing, don't worry, we only have 3 left and we'll go through them quickly. It's easily the top 3, so we have to show them to you. The first one, a 1967 Ford Bronco featuring none other than Boban. Yes, Boban is the pure reason I put this car in the top 3. The first generation of Bronco lives on in the car collection of Luka Doncic. The car is estimated to be worth around $61,000, which we're pretty sure Luka will recoup 6 minutes into his next game. And now, before we move on, let's just get another look at Boban again. Magnificent. It's sad, but I wonder if this is how he got traded to Houston. Luka drove him to the Rockets arena and wished him farewell. Boban probably had to wipe the bugs off his face after the drive before he even realized what happened. But we need to move on. This is getting a little too depressing. His final 2 cars are polar opposites in terms of style. On one side, we have the Mansory Lamborghini Urus, a fully customized car worth roughly $250,000. The sleek SUV has a 641 horsepower engine and can get you to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds. And even if you're not a car person, it still has a jet engine inspired interior because it's fast and super cool. And then on the other side, we have this, a vehicle built by a company called Apocalypse, and it's called the 6x6 Hellfire. It boasts a massive frame at 20.5 feet long and 6.5 feet wide. Plus, this thing weighs in at a whopping 6,000 pounds. But don't worry, don't worry. It still hangs with the rest of Luka's sports cars going 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. And if that's not enough, it features a black Kevlar armor covering that easily protects Luka from all of the wars that he's in? We've never been to Dallas personally, but we don't think you need to drive around in Kevlar. Maybe we're wrong. This monster cost him around $250,000 as well. The two halves of the Luka Doncic car coin. All right, we are done with cars now. Let's touch base on those business moves we mentioned back at the beginning of the video. It really all starts with the team Luka got drafted to, the Dallas Mavericks, run by the wildly successful investor Mark Cuban. Now, once Doncic started spending more and more time around Cuban, he realized he needed to get into the investing game like a boss. So back in 2021, the young guard bought equity in the sports drink company Biosteel. The drink was founded by ex-NHL player Michael Camilleri and partnered with a ton of athletes to get their brand out there. After being introduced to them once Biosteel began sponsoring the Mavs themselves, Luka called up another athlete involved with them, his pal, Patrick Mahomes. But that's not what you were expecting. Turns out the two young powerhouses of their respective leagues have each other's phone numbers and now share a business venture in the sports drink. With Luka's involvement in the company, he even earned his own title, Luka Doncic, Biosteel's Global Chief Hydration Officer. That has a great ring to it, don't you think? Clearly, the hydration man himself does. The dude even put it on his LinkedIn profile, which makes us mostly wonder why in the world someone like Luka even needs a LinkedIn page. Like, everyone knows who you are, dude. You're the Global Chief Hydration Officer of Biosteel. Duh. Anyone that doesn't know that needs to get out. Oh my God, did Boban not know that? Is that why you drove him to waste away in Houston? You are a sick man, Doncic. A well-hydrated sick man. And now we might as well wrap up with his evil Lair. Posted up in Dallas, Luka enjoys his time in his $2.7 million mansion neighboring Mark Cuban's. Do you think that was a coincidence, or was that Mark's doing? Thinking back to his quote in 2020 of, "If I had to choose between my wife and keeping Luka on the Mavs, catch me at my lawyer's office preparing for a divorce." We think we have our answer. The mansion has 4 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, plus state-of-the-art technology is integrated throughout. Luka also knows how to stay comfortable in his house with views from his floor-to-ceiling windows and pool area. The goofball of an NBA player can also host numerous parties with his lavish entertainment area, while simultaneously conducting hydration business in the conference rooms inside. Or maybe grab a bite to eat in the sophisticated dining hall with Patty Mahomes. Basically, what we're saying here is, Luka is living it up. Luka Magic is no longer in Slovenia with his 4'7" car. He's in Dallas, Texas, and absorbing the Southern life. He's even donned a bolo tie with a cowboy hat and boots at one of his games. And there you have it, the glamorous lifestyle of the young man taking over the best basketball league in the world. If you liked the video, it would mean a lot to us if you hit the thumbs up and maybe even subscribed. We're sure there's some sort of deal we can work out where after a certain number of subscribers, we'll go free Boban from Houston. Send him back to either Doncic in Dallas or Tobias in Philly. Either or. Let us know what the agreement should be down in the comments. And check out some of our other videos, and we'll see you in the next one.